got audio. All right, here we go. The start of our D&D shenanigans begins in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, one and all, to There Will Be Dungeons. This is Season 2, Episode 12, the last of Season 2 in the Waste campaign. Ooh, scare. Oh, we lost Kyle. I don't know where Kyle went. His video went away, and he's not
Robert.
there. Robert got him. Oh, he's back. Anyway, it's good to see you all. We hope that you here in the chat room are doing well. Everybody at home listening is doing well, and we hope you're sipping on a little bit of tea from our friends at phoenixpearltea.com/TWBD. Let us waste no time in diving into today's fantastic session by handing the microphone to Kristen, who will tell us what happened last time on There Will Be Dungeons.
Last time on There Will Be Dungeons, the vexed voices from the livid liches told that the creature couldn't be killed with combat. Not a chump to charm, Stanley stole in and managed to make a meager mark before being bound by the mind of the monster. Hope and Nash knew they were next. Blindfolds beat the blissful blackout, allowing them to start a sightless search. Eventually, Hope made her way to the monster, what felt like an enchanting eye. It was the voice of the hand that revealed the kill switch, crooning. So they all sang and slew the monster. Once free, a bevy of bodies lay before them. Nash found a ring as the liches demanded rights to them, rights that were readily met with initiative rolls from Stanley and Hope. Now rejoin our heroes as they disassemble liches too big for their britches. How fast will they fall? Where will Stanley and Hope leave their broken but breathing bodies? And how many rings will the group end up finding? Stay tuned for the continuing conundrums and perilous pursuits of space.
Hand it over to Bo Schwartz, our DM. There you go, Bo.
All right, so we return to our heroes who are deep within the mysterious prison of Pentel Vice, deep, deep in the galaxy. Last week, the heroes defeated a strange monster from beyond. Where it came from is unknown, only that it was created. The creature had ensorcelled seemingly the collectors of this place and had them in a trance for what was apparently many, many, many years, as upon defeat of the creature by playing music, which proved to be its undoing, the bodies of the room melted into corpse juice, and a thick, viscous layer of bodily mash lines the bottom of the floor. Upon defeating these creatures, the party began their search among the remains for a ring said to provide the collectors with their ability to circumnavigate the anti-magical field around this place. Nash had found the ring, and Stanley was disappointed. Now, the two liches that were standing sentry to this place had entered into the room and begun a search of their own, which the party did not take very kindly to. And when we left off last week, it seems that tensions were growing heated as the party requested that they stop. Archilift, the obtuserizer, and Egnails, the maggot lord, stop and look at the rest of the party in a moment of tension. Egnails, the maggot lord, begins. We have waited many years to find this. You will not prevent us from achieving our goal.
Well,
Same as yours.
Listen here, Lichy. There's no way we are going to let you come in here and start looking for rings. We have what is simply known as dibs. If you continue to press onward, I'd really recommend against it, because we will leave you not only alive, but fingerless, and remove any hope that you have of ever putting one on should you find it. Now, you let us go about our way, you let us do what we have to do, and maybe there's still a ring or two hidden under this muck, and you can spend the rest of your days looking. But press us and keep coming any further, and I guarantee you aren't going to have a stub to put a ring on by the time we're done with you.
Is that an intimidation roll, please?
Yeah.
It's very intimidating.
It's a 14.
14. Okay. All right. So as you're saying this, the other Lich, Archiluf the Obtuserizer, has begun backing out of the room. He sort of got up, he dropped, and then he's walking backwards, like not turned around and leave, but walking backwards out of the room to the entranceway of this room. Egnails hears your protestations and says, "Listen here! If it weren't for this anti-magical field, I would be the one commanding you. You should recognize your betters and help them, for the wrath of the maggots is to be feared."
Are you done?
No, I'm not done.
Stanley
says.
slowly reaches over and slides the Corpse Slayer dagger out of his bag. And as he walks towards him, this little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. And just is like tapping it against his fingers as he moves towards him.
As you do that, the second Lich, Archiluf reaches over to something on the wall and says, "Don't worry, we have time."
Can Hope try and tackle him before he grabs it?
Okay, let's make a dexterity contest.
16.
As you realize something terrible is about to happen, you jump to go to tackle him, and the wall slides down in place, and you fail to make it in time. You slam up against the wall, poof, and a wall descends, sealing you inside the room that you're in. Hang on, let me just fix something on Roll20 here. I believe I have something to show you. Change layer. Yeah, there you go. See the wall? There's a wall there now. Okay, and I'm going to make sure you can't see outside of this room anymore. Okay. Yeah, the wall closes, and Archiluf has flipped some mechanism, presumably on his side, and just a large, solid stone wall goes, and Hope bumps up against it, and I've got drawings. I don't want drawings. And Egnails turns around and like whips around and looks at the wall and goes, "You fool! You've left me in here!" And he runs to the wall and he sort of, he's feeling around the wall. He's like, "This was not part of the plan." I'll allow a moment for the party to react to the situation.
I'm still over by Nash telling him about my dream.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Very good.
Move me by you. There we go.
Hope will back to the party and go, "Well, we got plenty of time to find the rings, so let's find them and get out of here."
Are
Yeah,
we
well-
concerned? I thought the magic was back on.
Well, I mean, that's exactly why we're not concerned. Hey, Nash, speaking of, real quick, make with the ring.
I mean, why can't I hold it?
Well, unless you learned how to heal people in the last 24 hours, I need the ring.
Oh, it's a decent argument, Nash would say.
I will give it back to you.
Let me carefully consider. Okay, do you promise? I'm not saying I'll even keep it. I just, I'm pretty impotent out here without it. I don't have anything. So, okay, fine. And I'll give him the ring.
Stanley's gonna take it, put the ring on, and gonna go over and heal up Union. She's unconscious, right? She's stabilized but unconscious.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and do a healing word at the 3rd level.
Okay.
And she will
How many hit points for
regain.
her?
Oh, that is the worst roll I could have possibly rolled. She's going to regain 8 hit points.
Okay.
Not great.
All right. She comes back to and she says, when she looks around, Lily Prime, I'm sorry for my
No,
failure.
no, you did fine. Everybody's fine. Everybody's here. You did good.
How did we vanquish the beast?
Well, it turns out, oddly enough, you just needed to sing to it.
Let that be a lesson for us then to think more differently in this place.
Well, hopefully we won't have too much longer. We're gonna look, see if we can find another ring, and then we gotta deal with one of the corpses locked us in here, but shouldn't be too difficult to deal with.
On too much longer, the crypts surrounding the sides of the room begin to shake a bit as if something's trying to push up on them. All 9 of them, the 8 on the sides and the 1 at the head of the room simultaneously.
Stanley will look over to the corpse guy, the Lich. Hey, corpsey. What's the method
Nails
of...
the maggot lord!
We don't
Address
have
your betters
time.
properly!
What is the method for getting this door open?
He looks, he leans up against the wall and he says, "Oh, I don't think I should tell you.
Well, I mean, you can
I've got
be locked...
time to wait until your corpses rot, and then I'll take the ring for myself."
No, it sounds like the walls might be starting to close in.
Then one of the sarcophagi along the wall begins to shift open, and there's a little opening where the sarcophagus opens, and a set of gray fingers begins to poke out, and you hear a voice from within go, "Ooh." Yes, that's right. Enjoy your final moments, mortals.
Hope's gonna walk over with her dagger in her hand and start stabbing the thing.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, one sec. I'm just working on something here. Okay. All right. So make an attack roll, please.
28.
It's a hit. Roll some damage.
Eight regular damage, 14 cold damage.
Cold damage. All right, just looking up some shit here. What weapon are you using?
The dagger.
It's just a regular dagger?
It's a +2. It's a magic
Okay.
dagger.
It's a magic dagger. That's what I'm asking. Okay, so, yeah, you do. Sorry, it's 14 total.
I think so.
All right, I'm just gotta look up stat block stuff here. Hang on. Sorry, it's cold damage, right? Okay. Yeah, you do 14. So you put your knife into it, and the flesh, like, it's very brittle. It's just, there's no blood. It just sort of pops, like you stick your knife deep into it and cut it, and you hear a scream from inside. And then the other sarcophagi, all in a great unison, begin opening up, and hands begin clambering out the side of each of the sarcophaguses, and you hear a chorus of "ooh," and these beings wrapped in bandages begin crawling their way out. I'm just gonna mess around with the layers in Roll20 just real quick here. All right. And you see creatures moving forward as they begin moving out of the sarcophaguses. And Ignales laughs. Welcome to your doom, mortals. Let's roll for initiative.
Oh man, I'm in no shape.
23.
A 5.
20.
10.
20 for Varrell. 10 for Hope. 5 for Stanley.
No, 23 for Stanley.
Okay, sorry. 5 for Nash. All right, and we've got
Small difference. Small difference.
All right. As these creatures begin moving out of the sarcophagus, is pushing aside the top of the crypts, and you hear. All right, Stanley, you're first to act in this situation.
All right. Stanley is gonna say, "Well, I guess it's time to really give this thing a test." Kaboom, and activate Destructive Wave at the 5th level.
Okay.
They each need to make a Constitution 20 save.
Okay, perfect. Just one sec, Scott. I can't. That setting you told me to change. I can't. It's grayed out.
Oh, it doesn't let you change it?
No.
What?
Oh, never mind. It's because of it. Okay, how about that?
Okay, say something.
Hello.
Oh, it made it. Oh, that's weird. So it's off or on?
It's all off. Figured it out. There's 2 settings for the thing. Voice thing, but
well, it was. Maybe it's okay now. Say some stuff.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you're good now. I
right,
should take care of it.
All right. So what would you shoot at me?
Destructive Wave. They have to make a Constitution 20 saving throw.
All of them?
Yeah, everyone.
And can I ask, does it hit friendly fire, the Destructive Wave?
No, it's everyone I choose, so it's all the sarcophagi people. We're leaving Lichy Boy alone.
20 Constitution save. All right. Perfect. All right, so the ones marked in, I'm just going to mark them with a green here. Those save. So 4 of them are going to take the full brunt of whatever you're doing. I think it's probably going to be half, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll break it up because there might be some damage type modifications based on what it is.
Okay.
Okay, so first things first is going to be 16 points of thunder damage, or half if they saved.
Okay, gotcha.
The second bit is going to be 16 as well points of radiant damage.
Okay, so, right.
And any that did not save are knocked prone.
Any that did not save are knocked prone. Gotcha. Okay. So
I just don't know
the
what
first
these
damage
being...
type was radiant, and the other damage type was.
First was thunder, second was radiant.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Not that it matters too much; it's the same amount of damage, but yeah.
And then it's 16 for the rest. Okay. So that's. Sorry, I have to do math.
I think 32. Wait, did I do that right?
I've already deducted
Yeah.
the other damage. Hang on. The first bit was 14, right?
It was 16 and 16.
Oh, 16 and 16? Okay.
Yeah.
That's easier math. All right, sorry. Just got to do calcs on all this stuff here. Behind the scenes DM stuff. Chat as you will wish. And that's 16 for each. So that puts that. And 20. You guys can feel free to chat if you want.
We're just like,
I've got nothing.
everybody watch Bo do math quietly, as quietly as possible
That's
while
not
he tries
stressful
to
in
do
the
math.
least.
No.
How do you think he's enjoying the math that happened?
Oh man, I
That
get so
math,
nervous
boy.
about math.
Then
Boy-
he's gotta
boy
knock him
howdy.
prone when he's done. That's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of math. That's all I got.
I guess I will say while we're doing this, the second part of the move here, assuming I'm assuming they're not all gonna die. I don't know, but Stanley will then walk over by Varrell and Nash, and hold his hand out that has the ring on it towards Nash, to where in theory he could grab it and take it on his turn, and hold the Corpse Slayer dagger out to Varrell, that he could take it on his turn. So he's just gonna be sitting there like presenting items.
All right.
I'm gonna need it.
Mark these prone. Okay. All right. So yeah, you want to move over? Just hold out the 2 items for them to be taken. That's fine.
I thought the green were the ones that saved.
No, they're the ones that did not save.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and they're knocked prone. I just use whatever symbol. All right, and that covers your turn for the most part. I
Yep.
think. All right, Varrell, you're up.
All right. I was out for when the Maggot Lord even spoke at all, correct? I believe I was already mind controlled at that point. So, my understanding is there's a cackling big bad evil guy in the corner. I'm going to go stab him using this dagger that I've just been given.
Oh no.
So I will run towards the Maggot Lord with the dagger I've taken from Stanley and unleash a double attack.
Okay.
First one is a 21.
All right. That's a hit.
And it's a Corpse Slayer dagger, correct?
Yeah. It against undead, it does an additional 1d8 piercing.
All right. Is this guy undead?
Yes.
Be 3?
Kyle's turn for math.
Yep.
People
Oh,
doing
new
math.
item.
Everybody get quiet. Get quiet.
New item as well.
New math.
It's new math. Forget that old math.
Yeah, old
So-
math sucks. It's no good.
11 points of damage for the first attack.
Okay. What type of damage?
This would be piercing, and let's see if the damage is a special type on the...
I would guess that I don't have to guess. I probably should just look, but the extra damage might be radiant.
It says
It
weapon
says
type.
of type, so I think
Yeah.
it's just additional piercing because it doesn't have any additional type, but it is considered a +1 dagger, so you will also add 1
Yeah,
to it.
So
that
12.
magic. Okay, all right. 12. All right, that's a hit. I'll reduce the damage accordingly.
All right, and then the second attack is a 19.
It's also a hit.
All right. 16 points of magical piercing damage.
16 points of magical piercing damage. Excellent. One. Okay. Perfect.
And this
You
is
stab
all
out-
rather, unfabulous, just kind of walking up confused, looking at everybody why we're letting this man speak to us in such an evil way, and giving him 2 stabs in the dusty gut.
Just shanking him.
All right, and okay, and that would make it. All right, this. Let me do this actually. All right, so now at these creatures that have been moving out of the sarcophagus, they all move out together, and you see that they're old, desiccated corpses wrapped in bandages. Nash, you might recognize this from some of your film viewing in the solar mines. They look very much like mummies.
Like mummy, like old school
They're
mummies.
and their hands move out in front of them, and you hear them go, and there's this chorus in the room of moaning, and then at the head, a more there's a different looking mummy. While the mummies are wrapped in bandages and corpses, the one at the head has this sort of like gold and jeweled like neck piece with like tassels hanging down, and he has like sort of this crown with also tassels hanging down and ornate like shapes of dogs and such on the top of his crown. And as he stands up, he points to the part and he goes, "Face your doom." And his body somewhat turns into sand as a cloud of sand begins swirling around him.
Whatever your Discord settings are, they're cutting out any time you do any cool sound effects. It's weird. I don't know why. I thought that was the setting.
I turned off noise suppression and all that business. So I'm going like,
yeah,
like,
we don't hear
automatically. Okay, let me turn automatically determine sensitivity. How about that?
There you go. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we're getting
new computer, everyone. I got a new
vacuum of
computer.
sand.
Yeah.
If you didn't know by now, I have a new computer. All my settings are defaulted, and they were never great to begin with. But, but Discord's working way better. Anyways, you know, yeah. So he says, "Face your doom," and a swirling cloud of sand, like grains, like just magically start moving around him. And he is going to glare at everyone, or not at everyone. He selects a creature. So Nash, you're the closest to him, and you're sort of looking at the scene. So you catch his glare, and he glares at you, deep into your soul. He glares, and you need to make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Can do just that. Please be good, because this could kill me. Here we go. A 10?
You fail.
Shit.
And you are now at 10. Okay, so you're now frightened. That means you have disadvantage, so I'm going to put Nash frightened. Okay.
Great.
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay.
While the source of your fear is within line of sight.
Yeah. And no magic.
And you can't willingly move closer to the thing you're scared of. Now, also because you failed so dramatically, you get an extra effect.
Oh.
Man.
You're also paralyzed. So you're so scared you cannot move. You can't speak. You can't pick up the thing Stanley's offering you. You're scared out of your mind. So attack rolls against you have advantage. And any attack that hits you is a critical hit if it's a melee attack. Because you're stock still frozen, scared. Like, not scared because Nash is scared. You are scared because of like this mummy lord has pierced your soul and has you in its fearsome gaze. So you are fully glared up. All right, now as I get used to what else I have to. Okay, perfect. That means we are now at Union's turn, and Union gets up. Brave as ever, picks up the haft of her spear, rushes to Stanley's side, and sits in a defensive posture, ready to hit anything that comes at her or her charge. Now, because this mummy lord is lordly and looks way more regal than the rest, he gets another action now at the end of Union's turn, and he utters a blasphemous word. He says, "Ictus Rugder," and everyone in the room has to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh man, we almost knew what it was.
Oh my gosh. A 6.
10.
15.
17.
Good Lord.
Everyone, and I have to roll one for Union. Yep.
Everyone except Nash. That should be written on my tombstone after the last two
No,
episodes.
I said Union. So no, it's everyone except Varrell is stunned. This blasphemous word has stunned you into not being able to move, as you all freeze in place. And before you, as you stab the Lich, Varrell, Ignales then says, "Yes, kill me, free me." Okay, and so you, Tungsten, So the stun. Let me just see this thing here on the stun. Yes. Okay. You'll be stunned for 1 round. Got it. All right. So Tungsten doesn't get his turn. Hope, you don't get your turn. And the mummies begin moving towards you. Hope, the mummy in front of you makes its attack. Um, 18.
A hit.
It's a hit. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. My dice here. Oh shit! I hit for a lot. All right. So first. Oh man. 23 bludgeoning damage. And 8 necrotic damage as well. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Now I've got to double check the stun here to make sure.
13.
Okay, you automatically fail Strength and Dexterity, but not Constitution. Okay, perfect. All right. So 13?
Yeah.
All right, you're okay. No need to worry any further about anything. Okay, perfect. So the rest of the mummies begin moving. Ooh, one moves towards Tungsten with its arms out. Ooh, and then attempts to grip it in its mighty grasp. And that's a miss for him, so that's good. This one, Stanley, approaches you from behind, cuts you off from between Tungsten. And it's going to be a 21.
That'll hit.
Okay. So 21 will 13 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
13 bludgeoning damage and 7 necrotic damage. Wow, why was that hard to math? And I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Alrighty. And 11.
Okay.
Welcome to my world.
Okay, so you are now cursed.
Oh.
As it grips you, seeping rot runs through your skin, and a sort of blackness, like black veinies, begin showing up where it's like crushing your arm. So the effects of the curse are that you can't regain hit points, and your hit point maximum decreases by 10 every 24 hours until it's 0 and you die and your body turns to dust.
Oh. Well, that sounds serious.
Indeed it is. Yeah. So you were afflicted with rot, and yeah. Okay. So all right. Yeah. So it doesn't inflict any immediate damage. It's every hour that you're gonna reduce your total hit point. Every 24 hours. Okay. That brings us to this mummy here, 1, 2, who's going to make his attack against you, Nash.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Well, I think he has advantage on you, right?
Yeah.
15, is that a hit?
It is.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw while I roll up your damage.
That'd be a 12.
Okay, you're okay. No rot for you, but you take 9 bludgeoning damage. Oops. Yeah, no, you take an 11 necrotic damage, please.
I am down.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Nash is down. Ready for a death roll save here in a minute.
Okay. All right.
Unless Stanley does.
So now we move to this one. 1, 2. This one approaches you. And actually, well, since you're down, he's going to approach Union. Make an attack roll. It's a hit. I'm just going to do her 9. Oh, that's a miss. Okay. It actually misses. That's good. These creatures here also move towards Union as well. Make an attack roll. That's a hit.
Now, was
Yeah.
that one still able to get to Union, being prone and having to burn half of its movement to get to
Oh
you?
shit!
Not that
Thank
it
you
matters,
for reminding
but...
me. No, it does actually. Yeah. So the movement is half movement. They're slow, so their movement's 20 feet. So that gives them 10 feet. So actually, he would be here, Stanley. Nash would still be down. This one would not be able to move that far. So one, yeah, it would be 2 squares. So we'll count this one's miss as this one. That way it makes more sense. Okay. So, so this one also can move 2, and we'll get a fresh roll in for Union here. That one is a hit, so she has to make her saving throw. She fails, or no, she passes. That's pass. Gonna roll up the damage. 8. Yeah, I mean she's down, so she also goes down as well. So they move really slowly. Stanley, you can see around you as you're stunned, but you can still perceive that these slow walking bandaged men move, bandaged undead move forward and grip both Nash and Union like terribly, and they both wilt into the floor and have like, well, Nash has like this sort of, or no, you have the black growth. They don't actually have rot. This one also it gets up from prone and moves 10 feet. Okay. Yeah. And I forgot to mention that the Lord also fell down. The Lord that you had. So he hasn't moved from anywhere. So he has stood up during his movement. Okay, that brings us now to Nash. Nash, your stun will clear off because that. Oh no, you don't get a turn. You have a stun this turn.
I'm
okay,
dead.
You're stunned.
I'm
No,
not.
he's dying. He's
yeah,
got to do a death
Oh
save.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
gotta
You
do
can
a
make your
death
death save. Okay, sorry. Lots of moving parts. For mummies, this is a crazy ass like calculator thing for me. I'm just like blah, 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 blah.
No worries. All right, here comes my first roll. Oh, why isn't... Okay, hold on. A natural 1.
Oh, that's 2
That's
death rolls.
2 death saves.
One more and you're dead.
All right, we're gonna put 2 failures in.
Yep.
Going good.
Yeah,
Yep.
reverse that luck. Get a natural 20. You get to
There
just
you
stand
go.
up.
Yeah,
Scott.
that's
You're
true.
a natural 20 away from getting up.
Yeah,
Think of it that way.
My Vegas moment has arrived. Let's see how we do.
All right.
Oh, good lord.
Now for Egnails' turn, Varrell. He looks at you as you stab him and he says, "We could make this all end now if you surrender the ring." And we move back to Stanley. Stanley, I don't believe so. You
don't do
You're
anything.
gonna turn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Your turn.
done.
We're back to you, Varrell.
On the miniatures here, some are zoomed in faces, some of them are torso faces. Are they different zombies, or is that just art?
I believe that's just art. Yeah, there's different.
Which one?
Oh, I see. There are zoomed. Okay, so the big bad. I'll right underneath the big bad's at the top of the room here. I'll put the nameplate up. He's on the rightmost picture.
That guy there?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Did you see the? Oh, did I share the nameplate? Maybe it didn't work. I will make sure he is also additionally marked with a big red spot. There you go. Bad guy.
jeez. I can't make it across the room to him without getting a bunch of attacks opportunity. Running by dudes.
Well, I will. Yeah, I will tell you. Egnails will probably not use an attack of opportunity. He seems to be just hands up. You're stabbing him. He's not fighting back. He welcomes death.
Hope's still going, but stunned, correct?
Yeah, everyone just missing a turn, but it'll clear off. And Nash and the status effects, like the rot on Stanley, is not going to matter till after the combat or if surviving. But Nash and Union are down.
Okay.
But I mean, if you want to toss like each other's HP to each other, so everyone has a relative sense, like because it's like that's just a shortcut for saying like someone looks like they're cut up a lot versus someone who looks pretty healthy. So you know,
Yeah.
if
I'm at 84. I'm doing okay, except for everyone's dead around me.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to spend your turn healing people, I assume, which will overall slow down any progress we have. So the deeps of these zombies or mummies will keep rolling.
Yeah, Hope is at 10.
Yeah, so everyone's pretty rough shape. If I run across the room and get 2 opportunity attacks.
Do you have a second wind, Hope?
I used it already. I haven't taken
Oh,
a
shit.
short rest recently.
Oh, shit.
So I can get to Mummy Lord and start smacking him.
And Hope has a finger of death, but I don't know if it would be enough to kill it outright.
Well, you better. You're in a situation where you better call on whatever powers you have.
I mean, I don't see a world where healing them, like, just to be honest about my turn, is going to do anybody any good. Because there's so many mummies, they're just going to be down.
Wait, but
like,
didn't Nash get hit?
He did. He's like
down.
a round away. He could be dead this round.
But he doesn't have. He has mummy rot, right? He can't be healed.
No, I didn't get the
No,
rot.
I have
Stanley has
mummy
mummy
rot.
rot.
Okay.
I didn't get the rot, thankfully.
Okay.
There's one small blessing in this otherwise nightmarish scenario.
And we only have 1 ring, correct? And this guy wants one, and he says he can stop the whole thing.
That's what he says.
But he's a lying son of a lich.
I definitely would not, even on the DM side, would not put the trust meter very high in this character.
Yeah, it's more just.
He's
'cause
lying.
I want to
You know,
shove him in
he's
a sarcophagus. Like, that's what I want to do. Is I'll open up this one next to me, shove him in. That's the difficulty of my situation here. Is the character choice is to shut up this rambling dude, put him in a sarcophagus where he's weak and can't get himself out because he's not buff enough. But I realize combat-wise, we need to.
I will say, as an additional detail, for the ones that the original destructive wave that Stanley put out, those ones like took considerable damage to their body, like visibly considerable damage to their body. So if that helped, like tactically, also looking at the status of various creatures, that would be the one next to Hope and the one next to Tungsten, as well as the 2 at the other end of the room. You know, if it helps, I would say I'd put them in a bloodied status. I know bloodied's not really a 5e thing, but they would be in a bloodied status.
Not exactly. I'm doing decent damage, but it would take both attacks to clear a mummy. I guess I could clear the one next to Hope, which would give her. Has she been unstunned yet? Has Hope is still?
Hope's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Hope has no status effects as far as I know. She's just low on hit points. She has 10, but she has some options that she's hesitant to use, but might be a good time to use. It's up to her. What I would say too on this, looking around the battlefield, is you have. Oh no, you don't. Never mind. I'm going to take that back.
You have nothing.
Yep. I don't have the idea anymore. Sorry.
The idea has left. Yeah.
I was like, I have an idea for you, and I'm like, oh no. Well, no, it's just the artifact is of limited use in here, right? The Eye of Grosjean.
Yeah, it's been unable to produce since we got in.
Although, if you had the ring, you could do stuff with it. But
right, but that's on Stanley, who's the one who's going to heal Nash. So
logistically speaking, probably not going to work out.
Tactically, I guess we need to make sure Tungsten Wheel doesn't die or receive curse, so I need to take out that guy.
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's go. So I'll vault over the nearby sarcophagus and head to the mummy that is attacking Tungsten Wheel and attempt to give it a double attack. And I will enter my rage as well, but I will not flame burst as it could hurt those with low hit points.
It's very kind of you.
Roll away dice,
Not that it'll matter.
So we got a 25 on the first attack.
Okay.
Would be a 3, 8, 11, 16, 17, 20 points of piercing magical damage.
21 points of magical damage?
20.
Sorry, was that the attack roll or the thing? I was reading text. My apologies.
It was a 25 to hit, and the
Okay, that's a
damage
hit,
is
yeah.
20.
20. Okay, perfect. That is a hit. With the knife, the Corpse Slayer knife, that's the total.
Correct.
All right, you put it, sink the dagger straight in. It seems to do a lot of damage. Doesn't quite kill it.
All right, then we'll get the other attack and roll that with a 20, not natural.
Okay, 20, not natural. Perfect, that's a hit.
3, 6, 11 points of magical piercing damage.
All right, describe the slaying of this creature.
If it's kind of on Tungsten, all zombie movie style, reaching out, he's kind of holding it back, I will give it a stab in the neck, and the rest of it's kind of through the rest of the neck, and the head spins in the air so that the jaw all off to the side goes.
Awesome. And as that happens and hits, the body disintegrates into dust, like it rots into brittle cloud of rot, and the bandages fall to the ground.
Awesome. I will continue my movement with the remaining movement I have and get to this position here so that I might be targets of the one next to Nash and the one next to Stanley.
Okay, excellent. Good call. All right, so you move to that location. Now what ends? So now the at the end of your turn, seeing that you've slain one of him, you hear a voice go, "You," and the Mummy Lord transforms into a cloud of sand. Whoosh, and the sand shoots around the room and lands behind Varrell. And now it is the Mummy Lord's turn. And he will make an attack on you with his dreadful glare. Need you to make a wisdom saving throw. And if you still have those... what I would say to everyone, if you still have those tokens that I gave a while back that we forgot completely about, just count those as inspiration if you need them, since I don't want to rob you of your toys.
16?
You were good. You save. So he glares at you and nothing happens, and you rebuke him with your own facial expression. All right, and he
It's like
also,
literally that scene in The Mummy where he roars at Brendan Fraser.
Oh, yeah. Arnold Vosloo, by the way, is the name of that actor. I love him. He's amazing.
The attack roll is made against you as well. 15? No, 15.
Missed.
Yeah. So again, he attempts to clutch you now with his fist, and it misses. You survive the Mummy Lord's attacks. Union is down. She needs to make her first death save. Don't she make one already? I guess not. 7. That's a fail. Tungsten as well is behind you. I'm not sure what to do with Tungsten.
He's very afraid.
All right. So, yeah, he has no weapons. He has nothing that he can do. So he says, he calls out to you, Stanley, "Toss me a weapon! Toss me a weapon!" More accenty. And as he moves to your back here and he gets close to you to hopefully not be separated. Do you want him here or here? I don't mind if you give him a bit of direction, just so you can move around.
he's in danger either way. I really don't want him there, but he can go where he wants to go, where he feels is right.
All right, I'm going to get a sense that there's going to be better.
Yeah.
All right, he moves close to you with an arm outstretched to clasp maybe some sort of weapon or something like that. Hope, you're up.
Okay. Knowing she's probably going to be going down soon, she'll take a look at her monstrous hand, and then she'll hold it up and point it at the Mummy Lord and cast Finger of Death.
Finger of Death on the Lord, like the Lord itself?
Yeah, the Mummy Lord.
Is that a touch range, or are you able to...
It's 60 feet, as long as she can see him.
Okay, so can you just... Let's describe what this is. This is important, even just visually, because this is a badass move here. Let me just get your sheet open here. Sorry. Finger of Death. Oh, it's not linked in here. I am sorry about that. I wasn't able to do that in the description, so I just gotta look it up. Finger of Death here. I can't find it now. There we go. All right, level 7 spell. You send negative energy coursing through a creature you can see within range, causing it searing pain. Okay, it's negative energy, so it's like being toxic.
Yeah, yeah.
You suck at
insulting
MOBAs,
its mom and
GG.
stuff, and it's like, oh, come on, man.
A humanoid killed by this zombie at the start of turn turns into a zombie permanently under your control. Okay, so perfect. So you any way you want to describe like how this might look, how your character, like, does your finger glow? Is it could be invisible.
Okay, the way I see it going down is that the arm starts to glow with a black light, and then the creature that's being targeted starts to glow as well, and then the arm will start shaking and shaking and shaking, and then it'll close its palm, and that's when the damage is done. So kind of like popping something after a buildup of energy.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Popping mummies.
There's no save on this either. It looks like, huh?
It looks like a Constitution save, and the save is 18, so half damage on a save.
Okay. The save is not made.
So 70 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's really good.
So this is very heartbreaking, Kristen. I'm super sorry. You speak out the word of death, and the energy moves in the way that you described from your black glowing finger to the creature, but it seems as it enters into the body of it and surrounds, he seems entirely unaffected by it, having an immunity to the damage type that's there apparently it just sort of enters, looks like it's doing something but doesn't do something, and you see his head and attention turn to you. Death, he says. Yeah, sorry, the spell successfully cast, successfully done, but it has not done any damage to the creature. Being of a damage type, he is immune to. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, that would be it.
All right. Okay, so the mummies are now here, so we're going to do some attack rolls. Varrell, another mummy's hitting you from that angle as he looks towards his lord to protect him. 15's not going to hit.
Yep, miss.
Stanley, the one next to you, is going to walk over Nash's corpse.
Oh no, no!
Not going to do
Not
any
a corpse yet. He's got
damage,
one
is
more
he?
save.
All right, and the attack roll is like 4 plus. It's 11. It's not a hit, right?
No, that's not gonna do it. It's got a ways to go.
All right. Another one steps forward as well on your other side because he's close there. 27 or not 27?
Oh yeah. That.
No, that's wrong. Hang on, I just forgot the modifier real quick. 23.
Yeah, it's still good.
They're not-
20
I don't
anything will do.
I don't think they're
Do
capable
it.
of 27. Okay. Seeing that there's no way around, this one actually has to walk 1, 2. Well, we'll make them take the slow way around. They're mummies. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll give you a chance. 1. All right, so that one doesn't make it there. Oh, I got to do damage dice for you. So can you roll your saving throw, please, for Constitution?
Yeah.
This one
So-
doesn't have a high requirement, as you recall.
Well, I already got mummy rot, so
Oh.
I get more mummy rot.
Oh, then don't. Yeah, I don't think you can. It's not stackable. It's fine.
Mummy rat square.
Yeah, it's just mummy rot for days over here. It's just super mummy rot.
11 bludgeoning
Okay.
and 6 necrotic.
Okay.
All right. And another zombie moves into this location. Varrell, another zombie. Oh no, not a zombie. Mummy moves at you from behind, makes its attack roll.
Mummy's
21.
just a zombie dressed to
It's a hit,
impress.
I think, right? 21.
It's a mombi.
Against Varrell, it's 21, please. Sorry, not 21, but it's a hit. Can you do your Constitution save, please, Varrell?
Oh, yes. 14.
14. Okay, you are now inflicted. Oh, no, you save. Sorry, you save. A lot of different DCs floating around my head right now. You take 14 bludgeoning
Okay.
and 6 necrotic damage, please. Okay, that's, I think, the one next to Hope's got it. You're getting attacked. No, 12. That's a miss, right?
Yeah, nice.
Okay, that's a miss on that one. Nash, you're up for death saving throw.
Oh boy, here it is.
Everyone give Nash. And if
Come
you
on,
have
Nash.
Send Nash the big
send
energy.
Nash the big luck energy here.
No
Terrified.
pressure, man.
Terrified. Here we go. I'm closing my eyes, actually. A 10?
That's a success.
Success. Well done.
All
You're
right.
still in it.
Jeez.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That's Eggnails laughing. He's laughing all throughout the room.
Yeah.
Stanley, it's your turn, and you're not stunned.
Let's friggin' try this one more time. Because healing isn't gonna help anybody at this point. Sorry, Nash. You're just gonna get hit by more mummies.
Understand.
So-
I do.
Stanley, seeing that healing isn't going to save his friends, getting rid of mummies is going to save his friends, is going to cast Destructive Wave one more time at the 5th level. Constitution
Constitution's-
30, or I'm sorry, Constitution 20 saving throw.
Oh, we've leveled up the destructive wave this time, have we?
No, that's what it was before.
Oh yeah, it was. Sorry again. I don't know. Numbers are not working with my brain today.
Oh my gosh, the damage is exactly the same. So whatever you did last time, just do it again.
All right, I've got 3 failures so far.
Hey, pretty good.
4 failures. 1 pass.
20 is a high number.
So here's a save here. Yeah, it is a high number. There's 1 save there. Okay, there's a second save here. 2 have saved. Oh, nah, that's a 1. That's great. All right, now for the Mummy Lord. The Mummy Lord, what is your constitution? Oh, failure for the Mummy Lord as well. Roll your damage.
I rolled the exact same. 16 thunder followed by 16 radiant.
16. Okay, so 32.
Yep.
All right.
Unless the radiant has a different effect.
32. Again, I got. You know what? I should have a calculator app. I'm going to open the calculator app on my brand new PC. I'm going to run calculator.
Well, I was like, new PC can run calculator while D&Ding at the same time. 10 out of 10 PC.
Man, that's hot.
Exactly.
Hot hardware.
Honestly, guys, Roll20 is like working so well. It's a little distracting. I'm used to it sucking and having to compensate, and I'm like, oh no, this is great. All right, 19. Okay, so you managed to take out 3 of the zombies, mummies. I keep saying mummies. Hope, the one in front of you, dissolves in radiant light as the destructive wave that emanates from Stanley in the center of the room goes boom, romp, and the one in front of you goes down. The one directly in front of you, Stanley, is damaged heavily. The one to your right, I haven't done math on all these. Sorry. The 2 in front of you take heavy damage as their wraps are seared and more of their flesh is exposed, and you see their lipless teeth going. The one next to Union on the far end and the one in front of Tungsten both also. Oh no, that one didn't go down. The one behind Varrell melts. The rest of them take heavy damage. The Mummy Lord, I got to also do the math on it. Takes bloody damage here, and lots of his wraps also come burning off. As you're now down to 4 mummies in the room, plus the Mummy Lord from 9.
Are either of the mummies in front of me, did they fail?
Yeah, the one yeah, right. The ones marked with the green sticker are prone.
Okay.
So they're knocked down onto the ground.
I don't know if this. I would assume this might work still with the holding the ring. I'm not sure, but Stanley's going to say parlay and see if diplomacy will float and do its usual business.
Absolutely. I assume that when you saw Nash go down, you quickly thumbed it back onto your finger.
Yeah, I never took it off. I just was holding it out so that he could grab it if he needed it.
That's even more rules compliant, so that's great.
So we're gonna have diplomacy strike the one that's prone, which is a strike with advantage, being prone.
Okay, so diplomacy comes out and strike it.
26 to hit.
It's a hit.
And you could have done a little better diplomacy. Jesus. 6 points of piercing damage to.
All right, diplomacy flies out and does a bit of damage to it. Stabs it, but still on the ground going. Like that. All right, so you've done a considerable amount of damage. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I don't think so. I think that's all I got.
That's
all I got.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, the Mummy Lord will take an action, a legendary action. He's going to use Blinding Dust, and each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. That's you, Varrell.
Okay.
As like sand thickens all around him, he's got this circly cloud of sand around him. I should probably make a little thing here.
I'll tell him a 27.
27. Okay, well, it doesn't affect you. You're not blinded. As you easily shield your eyes with your scales, you bend your eyes in a certain way, and then the sand completely stays.
Blinded by sand. That'd be the most shameful thing on the planet.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So you're really effective. In fact, and you rolled so well, you were permanently protected against this ability. No more saving throws required. For that advocacy of your character, you're
Just
permanently not
like,
affected by this.
Are you serious? Sand attack?
I sleep in sand.
No kidding.
You merely inherited the sand. I was born into it.
Yeah. He eats sand for dinner, for hell's sakes.
Yeah.
On my burgers.
Varrell, it's your turn. As you laugh off the sand defense.
Yeah, I'll attack this guy who's throwing sand in my face. Thinking it's a big deal. Recklessly, no less. Let's attack him recklessly. Oh, can I? Wait, where's Nash?
He's under one of the zombies. Actually,
he's
that
dead.
zombie is lying prone on top of Nash's corpse right now.
Okay.
With a rapier stuck in him.
Yeah.
It's bad.
You were careful not to stab Nash with the diplomacy.
Okay. As long as Nash, I mean, he's being crawled on, but it's okay, you know. Little DC Discovery Zone never hurt anybody. All right, first attack is a 26.
A 26. Okay, it's a hit. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Give him a 17 points of magical piercing damage to the Mummy Lord.
Okay. Magical piercing damage, so that works. Yep. Let's make your next roll. He's not down.
All right.
Stab goes in.
A 19, so a 30.
A 30, yeah, that's a hit.
8, 12, 13, 18 points of magical piercing damage.
Yeah. You describe your slaying of the Mummy Lord.
Is there anything where particular he's been shooting sand out of?
It's everywhere. Its whole body just sort of turns into sand around himself.
All right. Well, what I'd like to do is, since he tried to blast me in the eyes with it, I'm going to do a little like flip of the knife. So I'm holding it, stabby upper dagger style.
Yeah.
And just one eye, bloop, and then right into the other eye, bloop.
Okay. And so you stab twice. Yeah.
Pulling it out with a big kind of arch of sand that flies out of him, so I bring it back in again.
There's totally an arch of sand that flies out when you stab. So you stab him twice, and then he begins convulsing in both eyes. Poof! And he poofs into a pile of sand. and then you see this black, rotted, twisted heart drop on top of the pile of sand. And he's dead.
Excellent.
All right.
I will use my movement to stay in range of this guy next to me. Oh no, that would still keep me actually in flame bursting Stanley range. So I will. Yeah, I'll kind of move next to the zombie or mummy next to me to kind of be its primary target.
Okay,
Keep it off Stanley.
perfect. All right. Union makes her next save. It's a failure. One save, one failure. Tungsten, seeing his niece, like noticing his niece and being in this location and finally able to act again, actually moves down to do a stabilization throw on his niece. A medicine check. Okay. He's able to stabilize her. No more need for death saving throws. That's what he does with this turn. Hope, you're up next.
Hope will move up to the zombie closest to her and stab it with her 3 attacks.
Okay.
$15 for the first one.
It's a hit.
$10 piercing and
Okay.
11 ice. Cold.
All right, describe how you slay the creature.
Just a quick stab to the back of the neck.
All right, you
severing
run
the-
by because you still have movement. Maybe you just run by and you give it that quick stab to the back, and then it poofs into dust as it falls to the ground and rots away into dust. And you hear the splish splash of corpse juice as you run across and give it the stab. You still have movement and attacks.
Awesome. She'll continue on to the one next to Union and Stanley.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's your full. It's 30 feet. I don't know if that's your full movement. It's 30 feet.
Yeah, that would be full. So
Okay.
she'll do her next attack and then a third one if necessary.
Okay.
28 to hit.
Yeah, it's a hit. Roll damage.
$10 piercing and 9 cold.
All right. You also slay this one. Describe your slaying of this creature.
Once again, a quick slash to the back of the neck.
All right. Quick slash to the back of the neck, and it dissipates right in front of Stanley's eyes. Into dust.
She can throw it.
Yeah, you can
Cool.
you can throw daggers.
She will then throw her dagger at the one next to it, next to Stanley.
Yeah, just make sure you don't hit Nash. Nash's legs and body parts are also sticking out of there.
She can't hurt me any more than I'm hurt, though.
Oh, I mean, I could.
And if she hits you, you'll die. You can get hurt while you're down.
Oh, is
and
that
get
true?
killed.
I didn't know.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's called
All
coup de
right.
grace or coup de
I mean,
grace.
yeah.
I'm
I
not
would
gonna
wanna
do
roll
you
a
dirty
one.
like that. I'm not gonna. Just don't roll a 1. You roll a
Yeah,
1.
I can't guarantee I wouldn't roll a 1. So
Just don't roll a
I'll
1.
stay.
I'll be tempted to be.
Hope will
be...
stay her dagger. She won't throw it.
Aw, come on.
No, she's not gonna throw it.
All right. You look at the dagger, you look at the shot, and you don't take it. That brings us to mummy time. Varrell, you're getting grabbed, clutched by the mummy.
You have advantage.
Oh, well, that's 19.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. All right. Constitution saving throw, please, sir.
Okay. 17.
You save. 22 bludgeoning.
Right.
And 14 necrotic. Big hit.
All good.
Okay.
Half from the bludgeoning, full necrotic.
All right. It reaches out and grabs you with like it just doesn't seem like it would be that strong, but there's like something magnetic and undead about the way it touches you as it just corrupts your flesh. The one in front of you, Stanley, gets up like ooh, and reaches his hands out again and goes grabby. 15.
Nope.
No way. Yeah,
Nope.
it misses. And we are now at Nash's saving throw.
Oh boy, it's tense again.
Okay, you
Come
ready
on,
for this?
Scott.
I'm
Come
scared,
Got it.
terrified. Here goes. I'm not looking. A 2. That's it. I'm dead.
You're dead. Nash's body goes limp
I'm dead.
underneath the corpse of the mummy.
All the solar mine knowledge lost.
No!
Nash is dead.
You're down, sir.
Oh my gosh. All right. Nash is dead.
Eggnails from the back goes, let the end begin. And Stanley, it's your turn.
Stanley are there 2 mummies or 3 mummies? Was this guy still alive?
No, he was stabbed. He's dead.
Okay.
He's deaders. 2 mummies remain.
All right, seeing Nash go down, Stanley's gonna do an Eldritch Blast to first to the first mummy in front of him. Ooh, that's a natural. Wait, no, it isn't. What's going on with my roll?
Wait, no, if I change my dice, it's no longer a 1.
Did that show up to anybody? Did anybody see a roll come through?
No, I don't see any rules.
No, just
Oh,
mine.
it is. If you click the game log, it shows up. It's a 13 to hit. Wait, was it a natural?
Are you rolling?
Yes, it was a natural one. It was a natural
Are you
one.
rolling in roll 20?
Yeah. It was
I'm
a
not seeing
natural
the
one.
rolls. Okay, as a natural 1, so it doesn't hit. Yeah, so as you fire out the Eldritch Blast, it careens back, hits the wall behind.
All right.
And it
Second
can't do
beam,
any further damage to Nash. So
24 to hit.
24 to hit.
Yep.
That's a hit. Does it chain to anyone else, or just hits the one target, right?
Just hits the one target. That's 2 points of force damage.
Okay.
Third beam, 22 to hit.
Yep.
5 damage.
All right. Describe how you just kill the creature with your Eldritch Blast.
So Stanley, frantically seeing Nash go limp and stop going on the ground, realizes he's got to do something. So he just kind of puts up his hands and fires 3 blasts very erratically. The first one misses, and the second one just cleaves the mummy in half, and then 1 through the head as the body's falling apart.
Okay. Perfect. And then as it falls apart, it disintegrates into fleshy, brittly dust.
And then send diplomacy as a bonus action to go and stab the other mummy.
All right. Stab away.
Man, that's a 13 to hit.
Hit.
Oh, okay. It's going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
Perfect. So you stab it, dealing additional damage to the creature. It's not slain, but however, it's as it cuts it sort of in the back of the leg, and it like falters in front of you, Varrell. And it is now Varrell's turn. Unless there's anything else Stanley wanted to do.
That's all I got.
All right, Varrell.
All right. Well, let's slam this kneeling zombie with some reckless attack. 23 for the first. Be 5, 8, 9, 14 points of magical piercing.
Okay, perfect. Describe your slaying of the creature.
Just still in the stabbing motion. It had touched me, so I just right on the head. Give it a bonk, but it's sharp.
You give it a sharp bonk on the head, and it struggles underneath and then it disintegrates into fleshy, brittly snowflakes.
All right, and then this heart, is it still beneath me? Is it doing anything?
No, it's into dust.
Okay.
Just the wraps. The wraps sort of descend and float down to the ground by
Cool.
your feet.
All right. All right, well, I've got one attack. Is there anything left in the room?
Combat's over. You are done, unless you were fighting egg nails.
Yeah, I'd like to head over to him.
Okay. You still have 2 more attacks.
I will use my second attack to begin a grapple, and then...
Sure. Let's do a grapple contest. He's not gonna like being grappled.
25.
Yep, you win.
His little frail skeleton body. Ah.
Right, you now have the Lich. It's surprisingly strong for looking so rotted. You know, it will take you strength and muscle to rip limbs from him, but his body is desiccated, and you.
I want to begin the
it.
process of opening the nearby sarcophagus with one arm and shoving him inside and sitting on top of the sarcophagus when he's inside.
Okay, perfect.
Up him in the locker.
Strength roll to open the sarcophagus.
All right.
This is a higher DC because you got to hold him while doing it.
26.
Okay. You open the sarcophagus lid, you toss egg nails into the sarcophagus, and you sit on the sarcophagus. and on his way in, he's like, "No, wait, no. And you hear nothing as the sarcophagus is quite thick.
And as I sit atop, my rage would end, as I have not been attacked.
Well done. Well done. All right, combat is done. Well done, everyone. Except for Nash, whose corpse is lying in spread eagle style on the ground.
Yeah. Well done, everyone, except Nash, who's dead. But well done.
Sorry, maybe that was not a tasteful way to put that. I'm not used to someone passing.
No,
Stanley would, immediately following combat, would throw a level 1 healing word at Union just to pick her up, because he doesn't necessarily know she's stable. That would be... Man, what is up with my rolls not showing up for me? There. 9 points of healing for her.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would take the ring on his finger, pull it off, and he'd say, "You all told me that when we went to Sigil, Nash was destroyed all but his heart, and he still came back. Maybe he just needs his magic to work." And he'll put the ring on Nash's finger.
Okay, you put the ring on Nash's finger, and nothing happens immediately. However, a moment goes by, and as everyone, Varrell's not, but as everyone within the vicinity sort of looks around, you swear you see a little imperceptible movement of his body.
Look, we're all in really bad shape, I think. I don't think there's any place safer than a sealed-off tomb that we've already taken care of all the baddies in. There's not much else I think I can do for Nash except hope that he's going to be okay. What do you say we take a rest?
Union says, "Solele Prime, I think that's a fine idea. We've had a difficult day, and your companion has been slain. We need to gather our strength before we press on. But we can't wait here long. Who knows what other dangers lurk down here?" "Quite right," says Tungsten. "Let's take a moment to rest and mourn your friend."
Hope will quietly go take her place next to Nash, keeping like a thigh on him to kind of keep him warm. Maybe, you know, like sitting there
The
close.
thigh remedy, I got you.
It works every time.
Okay,
But that's where she'll rest.
perfect. All right, well, why don't we go for a little break here as everyone contemplates the passing of Nash.
Oh, man.
All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, the true fate of our, the movement was probably just him pooping his pants, because that's how he's going to finish things. He's just going to take a dump right there. Anyway, we'll be back soon.
Yeah, it was just your body releasing its feces.
Exactly, as we all expected. We'll be back soon. Come on back in a minute. We're all going to go pee and drink.
feel so bad because I could have done something, but I couldn't have. There's nothing I could have done.
It seems like you probably did everything you could have done. Even if I'd have popped dragon, like what would have actually done? I don't know. I would have lived.
Rough way to go, though, with a mummy flopping around on top of you.
Yeah. And my turnover was so bad. I mean, John's right. I would have never gotten even around to it. Because I was stunned and before I could do anything.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I found the Robert. You can play it in Slack.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Hold on. This is good news. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
It sounds like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Oh, you're going to say Patrick from France is going to laugh hard. Okay, hold on. Here we go. It's opening. All right. Here we go. Let me play this here. Let's see here. That's what they yell when they die?
Jeez.
Wow. The best part of that is that's an 18,000 view video of just a dude yelling Robert. That's amazing.
It's so out of place though, because it's everything's in Japanese, everything's really intensely themed. You fight this one knight who's an absolute beast.
Yeah.
And as he goes down, he lets loose that. And you go, what?
That's amazing. All right. I'm gonna cap that for I don't know what I'll use it for, but I capped it.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Let's
Thank you for that.
unmute here, or not unmute. Resume video. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and we're back for this part of today's session. Bo, it's back in your hands.
Right, we return to the closed-off crypt in Pentel Vice. There are no exits in this room. There's the glow only coming from Nash's forehead of his corpse as the vegetable peeling illuminates this room. Nash has been slain. Body lies still in a few inches of corpse juice. As the rest of the party gathers around, Hope has her thigh next to him to keep him warm. And Varrell sitting atop a sarcophagus keeping Ignales, the maggot lord, a lich deprived of his magical powers in a sarcophagus. There are bandages and wraps strewn all about the room in the corpse juice. There isn't really a comfortable place to sit on the ground in this place that isn't filled with disgusting fluid. But
Right up on the sarcophagi.
Yeah, they're covered as well.
No.
It's still possible to sleep. It's just pretty unhealthy. That's all. You're going to need a shower. As the party deliberates what's to do next and how to handle Nash. Now, you had put the ring on Nash's finger, and he did exhibit some movement. A little bit. You noticed it, Stanley.
He had a movement.
I mean, Stanley's gonna just sort of sit there, eyes on Nash, not feeling very good about things. Feeling maybe a little responsible. And just kind of watch them while they rest. Now, this curse that I have, does it allow temporary hit point restoration, or is it just healing? Let's
review here. So the rot inside of you, you can't regain hit points, and your hit point maximum decreases by 10 every 24 hours, or 3d6. If you're reduced to 0, you die, and your body turns to dust.
Oh.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah, you can't regain hit points.
And it's what, considered a curse,
It's a curse, yes.
Well, that isn't gonna do it.
Varrell's...
Oh, go ahead.
Varrell's being helpful, down the hall, as it were. What's wrong with him? Get him up!
There's nothing to get up, Varrell. He's gone.
Still has all his meat. He'll walk it off. He'll float it off.
He might. That's why I gave him the ring, but I don't know. I don't know what happened in Sigil. I don't know if it was special circumstances. He moved a little. I put the ring on. He moved.
Might have to put the ring on the heart itself. That's what he was in Sigil, after all, was just a heart.
Seems a little grisly to tear into his body and pull his heart out.
Can you hear it beating?
Stanley's gonna go and put his head on Nash's chest and listen very carefully.
Medicine roll.
16.
Get him out of the goo first.
All right. You lean down in the goo and you listen for his heartbeat, and you hear not a heartbeat. You hear.
Gross. What am I doing exactly?
Well, you're lying still and you're not doing anything.
Here's something. I don't know what it is. I don't know, Varrell. It seems weird to cut his heart out. It seems counterintuitive to what we're hoping happens here. But you're the only one who saw him. I don't know what to do.
You seemed fine last time. How's the baby?
Yeah. Check my neck
the
like a pulse, see if there's a little hand there or not.
Look at the baby hand. What's it doing?
Baby hand's limp, just like the rest of his body.
It's not doing anything.
Seemed to be its own person. Well, I'm wary to ruin the atmosphere, but I believe Nash is fine.
So what do we do? Just leave him here?
Well, and then Lord of Maggots, Chief of Undead and whatnot.
You hear.
Wait. I think I can do something. Everyone who's coming with us, get close.
Oh. We'll catch you later, Lord of Maggots. Has it seemed like he's been pushing? Like, has my weight been used at all?
Yeah, the tops of the cases are pure stone. He's not very strong. He's probably not getting out of there anytime soon.
Okay, I'll hop off and head over to Hope.
Yep.
All right. Hope's going to look at everybody and then look at her hand. And then she's going to cast teleport and try and get them back to the ship.
Oh. Okay. Let's see here. That's a big move. Which tab is your character sheet in? That's the game I'm playing right now.
Quick, Poe's looking at tabs. Everybody be as quiet as possible.
Sorry.
Damn it.
So you have the spell teleport. Okay, so let me look up this business here. If you have information on that helps me adjudicate how the spell will work.
So it instantly transports you and up to 8 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range. The destination you choose must be known to you, and it must be on the same plane of existence. The familiarity with the destination determines whether you arrive there successfully. Bo, you roll a D100 and then consult a table here.
That's if there's a mishap, right? Table.
Because it looks like there's
Oh,
familiarity, and then
I
there's
see. Okay.
mishap, similar, off target, or on target.
This is to determine whether you're on target. So you teleport everywhere. Now, as you go to cast the spell, though, you without burning the spell, you intuitively understand that you are not in the same plane of existence as your ship.
Oh, the ship is on its own.
This was never really described to you, but you were not on a prime material plane. You don't know where you are, but you did travel through a weird sphere to get here. Oh no, the boat came through.
Yeah,
You
the
guys
boat's
moved the
with
boat.
us. It's right
Never
outside.
mind.
Yeah.
Okay, it is on the same. Perfect. Okay, so your familiarity then I have to seen casually, viewed once, description, false destination. I don't know what
And then
that
I
is.
think it would probably be very familiar, is what I'd.
I mean, you fly the thing.
Yeah.
Associated object means you possess an object. All right. Very familiar. Is your place have been often? All right, I'd say very familiar is probably right. Okay. I have to roll a D100. Holy shit. And consult
Cross your
the
fingers.
table. Are you teleporting with Nash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone but that. Yeah. Varrell, Stanley, Union, Tungsten, Nash.
Bye, badass T. we
Oh,
we
yeah.
said we'd come back, but we're not coming
Sometimes
back.
things don't work out, man. Taking one for the team.
All right, you were on target.
Nice.
So you
We
you
just-
get. All right, so you gather everyone in a circle, and this sort of glowing sphere emanates from outside of you and envelops everyone. And as it reaches the apex of its expansion, it closes back up, and you instantly appear on the ship outside of Pentelweiss. And I will move our business over here. I was not expecting to go here.
But it's in our current state, right? Like,
Yeah. It's in
okay.
your current state. So I have the elements
Why
are
is-
not quite right
Where's
here.
Bok on the ship?
Would he be
Nash's soul transferred into Bok.
Oh no!
there? Oh, shit.
So I'm not. Don't just be careful of the map. I am not. I was not prepared for this thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little caught off guard now by this move. Sorry. I'll need a few moments here. So okay. Hope, Stanley, you're here. Crooked Hand Row is still on the ship, of course. I just need to find everyone's tokens. Is there a Varrell token? Why don't I see a Varrell token?
Turned into Bok.
All right, I'm gonna need a minute. Sorry, guys. Very cool move though. Varrell, we got Varrell here, and we got Where's Nash Magard? We got Nash Magard, and let me just go grab the other two characters.
I guess while he does that, what's the past tense of entombed? I guess, is that it? Is it entombed? Are you an entomber?
Entombed.
Entombed.
Just an ED at the end.
And then to me.
Are you into me?
How into me are you?
I'm updating my Varrell titles.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Humor.
Entomber of the Maggot Lord.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's the 6 of you, right? There's nothing else. It's the
Yeah.
6 of you. Is
That
there-
Yeah.
would be it.
Just the friendlies in the room.
Well. Yeah, that's gotta work. Okay. So- all right. Didn't expect things to go in this direction. You've teleported out to the boat, and so now you're outside upon the ship, who's docked in front of the pyramid, with star field all around. Otherwise. And Uncle Sever, the ghost elf of Uncle Sever, looks shocked. He's just like, what? You're back already?
Already? How long were we gone for?
Maybe half a day. You didn't spend the night. You haven't rested since you got in there.
No, I don't think we did.
Looks like you're one light. Where's the chap with the face mask? And oh, your friend Nash there. He's down.
We need a healer.
Uncle Sever looks at him and, I'm sorry to say, lass, he looks quite dead to me.
Well, Nash is a strange individual. He's harder to kill than Most. Actually, it might be something that my father might know about. I don't know if anybody wants to ask him, but his experience with Nash might be able to explain what's going on with him.
Let's head back. We have tungsten. The elves also might know something.
That said, if there is a healer on board, I don't know how it works with ghosts. Anybody here know how to heal anybody?
Oh, I gotta go dig through my notes. I have the crew manifest. Hang on. Somewhere. Character list. That should have it. All right. First mate, cabin boy, quartermaster, carpenter, arcane gunner, powder monkey, master at arms, helmsman, striker.
I'm sorry, powder monkey?
Powder monkey.
Is this the first we've heard of the powder monkey?
Well, he's not a monkey. The powder monkey is a role. It's the guy who's good at ammo.
If I have to re-roll a character, I have an idea. Anyway, keep going.
Scott's already making his new character. He's like, all right, Powder Monkey is here.
Yep, powder monkey, the race I was unaware of in the game.
It's not a race. He's.
I know.
The guy. We're introduced to him. It's Horzus Guispinar. They call him Dirty Boy.
I don't remember this at all.
He's one of the crew members. Anyways, Uncle Sever looks to you and says, "Well, we can ask your father, but also we've got Dr. Daffodil on board."
Wow.
I wish we had come up with Dr. Paste, because I would call him Dr. Paste from the other day. But we got Dr. Daffodil on board. Perhaps he can look at the Nash and find out what's wrong with him.
Well, I mean, Nash is he's dead, but possibly recovering. But I'm really not. I'm feeling a bit off and magically not able to heal myself. Something down there did something to me.
Tungsten looks to you and says, "You're wounded. Would you care to show me your wound from the beings down below?"
Sure, yeah. I don't remember where I grabbed it. It was like my arm or...
It was your arm.
Yeah.
Maybe you roll up your sleeve and have a look,
Yeah.
and Tungsten goes, makes a face like, ooh. All right. It looks like you've been inflicted with a mummy curse.
Oh.
We'll have to get that removed.
My arm?
No, not your arm.
Oh.
Sorry. No, not your arm. We have to remove the curse itself. I actually know some incantations to remove the curse. Why don't I see what reagents they have aboard the ship, and I can take care of it right away. Sever, says Tungsten, immediately familiar with his name. Please show me where the... Take me to Dr. Daffodil's office so I can begin preparing a cure for the Stanley's corpse. Stanley's curse.
I'm dead. It killed me.
Stanley's curse. And then Uncle Sever says, it's right where we last left it. You know where it is. All right, then I'm going down below. And then Tungsten immediately makes his way down below to the doctor's place.
Hope's going to entrust Nash's body to Varrell and warn Varrell not to cut him open just yet. And then she'll head to the helm and she'll get ready to get the ship going so they can head back.
Okay, perfect. So Hope, you head to the helm. Yeah. All right, you head to the helm, and yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really thrown off. That teleport was a nice move, but I didn't expect to be going there today. So my prep is not in this direction. I apologize. You moved to the helm to take care of that. Yeah. What else? What else does anyone want to do?
Hose.
Hose?
I suppose.
Oh.
Sorry. I suppose.
I thought you said host too. I faint nothing.
Celebrate. I suppose there's no avoiding it. Varrell, would you be kind enough to bring Nash's body below decks? I'll ask my father about it.
All right, I'll lift up Nash, head down.
Okay. So Varrell, you taking him down to the hold where Stanley's father is, or where are you sending him?
Yeah, we're going to take him down there.
Before you leave, Stanley, your uncle says, "Oi, nephew,
Yes.
Are we pulling out?
I mean, I think so. I leave that up to Hope. I don't necessarily feel great about leaving Badass T behind, but he was not in any condition to be traveling with us either. Whatever she says is fine.
Okay. Right then. Make sail, I suppose, Hope. The captain's orders.
All right. Hope gets the ship ready to get back to that hole that they popped in. Pop out the hole, and then
All right.
set coordinates to, I believe, Mars.
As
Where
you
the
go to
triangular
set,
sphere.
as you go to set coordinates, I need everyone else to take their headphones off, please, except for Kristen.
Ooh.
The hooded figure appears in your visual periphery. He says, "Aren't we forgetting something?"
You can always come back for it. You've waited this long.
This was not according to my desire.
Look, if you're gonna blow me up, then just let me know so I can jump off the ship.
If you wish to continue benefiting from my power, you will need to prove your fealty to me.
Look, I don't have any fealty to you. I only put this on because I thought it would save my friends.
Okay. Those are not good words to say.
No.
Those are not good words to say. And let me just see here. Did I remove that part? Sorry, one sec. I'm just reading. Okay, so because this is a little bit different. I'm sorry I wrote so much text on here.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, it's an epic artifact.
No, but it's also variant as well. So listeners I know a lot of listeners are familiar with what we're doing here with this thing, but it's also not quite what they're expecting. So, and I may have been reading that stuff a little bit recently, so I'm a bit confused. Now that you've denied him his wish, he says, "It is important we retrieve another artifact from Pentelweiss to fully achieve the power that you could wield and defeat your enemies with."
No, I have to get my friends out of here. We can come back later if you really want it.
"This is a mistake, Hope." And he disappears. All right. Oh, let's see. We're just putting our ear fingers to Scott, and we're...
Sorry.
There we go. It's okay.
Looking at my sheet.
Okay, so that's fine. So Hope's, you've had your interaction, and you prepared the ship for movement, and you pull out of dock and begin making your way towards the sphere back to your own, I guess, plane of existence. Well, you wouldn't know that whole conversation, but back to wherever that sphere takes you in the purple clouds again. Stanley, you make your way downstairs with Varrell carrying Nash. You head down towards the second floor of the ship, and then to the hold where your father's face is carved into the wood of the ship. You open up the panel and descend down the stairs. You find the room is lit magically by glowing sconces. And the face is there. An excellent sculpture of your father's face, sculpted into the wood, unmoving.
Hello, Father.
All right, so the face speaks, although the wood does not move. You just hear the voice. It echoes a little bit throughout the room. Stanley, it's good to see you.
Well, I have a question for you. Our companion, Nash Magod of the Solar Mines. My understanding is that you are quite familiar with him due to some, quite frankly, insane sounding business, but he was killed uh, in our last endeavor. But previously, he has regenerated or returned to us. At least that's what I've been told. And even now, his body seems to be moving slightly, making strange sounds. I was curious if you knew anything about this.
Stanley, just let me tell you, it warms my wood.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's creepy.
Ugh.
Well, he doesn't have a heart. He's a boat. He's made of wood. It warms his wood. It warms my wood to see what a man you've become. I've heard from the shipmates that you've become the Solella Prime for the Elhandari people, our people, and I'm very, very proud of you.
Look, beyond how immediately weird this is, Father, I don't know how to feel. When we were the place we were just at, I got ensorcelled by a thing.
Nah.
I think it managed to do it by showing us, based on what Varrell is telling me, what I can only assume is our happiest ideal. And I can't deny that you being there maybe means deep down I don't feel the way I think I feel. But it also doesn't change what I know. Your journal said that you knew exactly the path my life would walk, and you still let it happen. You still let Mom and you be taken from me, knowing full well what was to come for me. Being a slave, making my way through the desert with nobody. I don't know how you could possibly be okay with that, regardless of any foreknowledge you might have.
I wasn't okay with any of it. You have to understand that our lives are not. We have a burden. There's only one way forward to rid our home, originally the home of humans, of which you are part human, of the scourge of the weir. And they will not stop at this one planet. They will annihilate all of creation. Now think of all that you've seen on Earth, in the outer worlds, in the firmament, the places you've been that I can only dream of visiting. All that will be gone. It will be purged into a universe made of chrome. The principal, who's a man who seemingly shifts sides, 1 minute a protector, the next a dominator, a religious fanatic. He was once a man of Earth, and he still has the mind of a mundane man of Earth, twisted and maddened by the chrome that he's infused himself with. And even now he plots with the weir in some sick game to get what he wants, which is to turn everything in this, all of creation, into chrome, and of which he'll become lord of. Total annihilation is his plan to rid the universe of the weir. And the only way I can see forward is what Nash Maggard told me would happen. We have to face the principal. We have to defeat him. Then we have to close the door to the weird world forever. And I couldn't sit by and let everything I love become chrome and destroyed. And it broke my heart. But every day I prepared as much as I could for you to get what you had to get done. And if you don't understand that, don't forgive me. I don't expect it. That's the burden I've carried. And I know it's been a burden upon you. But you and your companions have true hearts of a hero. And I know you're going to see this through. And that's why I say again, I am so very proud of all that you've endured and the man and elf you've become.
I definitely understand what you're saying. Lord knows I've had to make decisions that I wasn't proud of for what I felt was the greater good. But it doesn't erase night after night wishing you guys were back.
I know, my son.
So
And I'm
what's
not
the
wrong.
deal with Nash?
Nash is a creation. He's a failed experiment by the principal himself. Cast out into the wind, used for parts. He will come to reclaim his creation at one point or another. He was pressed in the flesh pits of Clench, and thus, so long as that dragon metal heart of his remains imbued with the structure of his DNA, his body will recombinate. You can hasten the process by introducing him to biologic material, preferably in the flesh pits of Clench. But that place is guarded by the umbilical order. Not easy to access. One thing you might try is either having him surgically installed into another living being. That may hasten the process. Or you may try taking that heart and embedding it in excrement.
Can I simply ask why on earth that would possibly expedite the process?
Excrement is biological material.
Man, so the good news, Scott, you're not dead. The bad news is Bo's gonna really make you pay for dying.
It sounds like.
You got two options. It's hard to find people willing to have a Nash installed in their body with foreknowledge of what he is.
Wouldn't a meal be preferable? Being more powerful and not absorbed.
The key is the excrement is unused.
But the meal hasn't been eaten yet.
A meal rots. A meal rots in the time that it would take. So, sure, try some food, some rotten food. That might work too. A fresh food till it becomes rotten, or fresh food. I'm gonna be honest with you. We didn't try fresh food before. You may be onto something.
Would anybody suffice?
I'd like to point out something before, because this is a bit embarrassing for me. This information came from Nash himself that I knew. So
Great.
Oh. Well, that might explain why it seems strange.
we never had. I never had to do it. So your results may vary, but you can take that heart out and plant it in something so it grows better.
I mean, does it have to be a human? Could it anybody? Does it have to be a living body?
It can be anything, just as long as it's living and got nutrients to take.
Do you know how long it would take for him to reconstitute himself if we just left the process alone?
He told me it was about one body part a day. So, a couple weeks, depending.
All right. Well, thank you. This is helpful, if not strange, information.
My life has been nothing but strange since Nash Magard showed up that first day of my life. It forever put us on a course that I never intended for us.
Well, that certainly makes two of us.
But I'll tell you this. If it weren't for Nash Magard, I never would have met your mother, and you never would have been born.
Well, I could have done without that knowledge, and certainly he can't hear us, right? He's just a reconstituting body, because I certainly don't want that to be information he possesses.
As I said, my son, I don't know. This didn't happen when I was with him. I don't know what happened to him. When our circle of heroes got disbanded, a lot of people disappeared. Grosjean disappeared, Monsoon disappeared. And, well, we know what happened to the principal. Nash Magard, on the other hand, no idea where he went off to. Never heard of him, from him. You didn't see him in Pentel Vice, did you?
I don't think so. At least not that we know of.
You didn't see anyone else in Pentel Vice?
There were mummies and were people, and
You gotta ask yourself how Tungsten ended up there. And I think it was the principal's doing.
you
And it
think
makes me wonder if he put anyone else in there.
Well, we barely survived our first foray into it. I'm not entirely sure we're going to go racing right back.
That's up to you, my son.
All right, Varrell, let's get him back above deck. We can figure out where we want to plant him later.
I'll carry him up.
All right. All right, so you carry him upstairs, and as this conversation takes place, Hope, you make it through the boat. The ship makes it through the sphere, leaving Pentel Vice space, and you're now back in the purple clouds of the ship, lightning bolts striking across throughout the ship. Not hitting the ship because you're in a safe area, but you do have to navigate your way back out of the purple nebula. All right, what would everyone like to do next?
Stanley would seek out Tungsten to see if he's ready for the healing. That would be the only thing he'd really worry about.
Okay, so you return, you head to Dr. Daffodil's office. Now, Dr. Daffodil is a female ghost elf, and she has like a large amount of equipment, ghost style, attached to her outfit, essentially, like these like pockets with lots of little different pliers and saws and knives and things of that nature. She has her hair tied up, and she's sitting there at her desk along with Tungsten. Tungsten greets you and says, "Hello, Stanley. Good that you're here. I'm ready to go. I've got all that I need."
Great. Let's get this mummy rot taken care of.
All right, please sit down next to me, and just if you feel any pain, let me know. And as he does, I'm just looking. Yeah. So he sits down and he takes an item from her table. It looks like these like series of glass glass, pieces of glass, almost like monocles, but attached to the center thing. And he's puts it up against your arm, and he turns them around and tries to focus in on it. He sort of taps on the device, and then he says, "Rectis Miko Enja," and touches the curse with his hand, and you hear ooh, and the rot begins to, and it sort of moves through the glass lenses, and as it moves through each lens, it becomes less and less, and and the curse is gone. And you feel lighter, your arm feels back to normal, there's no more black veins running from the point of impact.
That's not too bad at all. Thank you.
Oh, glad we had a fully equipped boat here. Your Uncle Sever, he's a prepared man. You're a lucky elf.
I was surprised to find out you knew him.
Well, I'm from Elhandar, and I know that Union tells me you're the Soleli Prime. I am of that place. Tell me, now that we have a moment to speak, how is Dungelstar?
You know, he's well, I mean, you know Dungelstar.
Well, is he healthy? Is he good? I'm looking so forward to seeing him.
Well, he's cantankerous would be the word I would use, but healthy otherwise.
Oh, poor Dungelstar. My love. Oh, we have not seen each other for a long time. I'm sure he must be sick with worry.
I mean, he was upset. He was concerned for sure. He will be very surprised.
We'll be heading back to Mars immediately?
I believe so. I left it up to Hope, but I think that's the plan.
All right. Okay. Perfect. So, what would you like to do next? What's the group want to do next? You have your curse removed successfully. Congratulations.
Well, we're on our way. There was a room set up with a bed as well that was next to my tub. So I will go pull down the bed out of the wall and put Nash in it. And then I'll kind of stand over here and be like, Sort of arrange his hands behind his head, try to make him look comfortable. Tuck him in, kind of do the under the back pushing of the blanket, so he's really burritoed in there.
Oh, that's a great feeling. If only it was alive to feel it.
And I'll get into my tub and sort of just stare at him.
Okay, perfect. And with that, as you're in Dr. Daffodil's office, Uncle Sever floats in from the dock and comes down to see you and says, "Captain Billings, right, we're back in the Purple Nebula. And I want to know, it wasn't quite safe traveling through there. I want to know if you want to take some time to rest recover your injuries before traversing this cloud."
Yeah, that would probably be the best. We're not able to circumvent it. We're not able to warp through it. We gotta forge ahead.
Well, we don't have any means of traveling faster than that unless your friend can pull that teleportation trick she did that second time. I hear she teleported you out. That might be one way of doing it, but I don't know if that's possible for an entire ship or not.
Well, I'm not looking to get anybody else killed today, so why don't we anchor it outside the nebula for a little bit and give ourselves a good night's rest before we attempt anything.
Right, I'll tell Hope. He floats back up. Hope! Captain's orders. We're not flying through the nebula till you've had a chance to rest. Look at you. You're all beat up and wore out.
Okay.
You look like hell. And I don't mean that offensively, but we think it's a good idea if you get some rest before traversing the gaseous purple.
Yeah, sounds good.
Right, all right. Handsome Rope, take over for her. We'll keep watch out here. If there's anything that goes on, we'll tell you. Very good. All right. So I assume the party's going to settle in for an evening of sleep and rest, long rest styles.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I'm
why
going
don't you?
full Weekend and Bernie's on Nash here. Like, I assume he's in there. He's aware. So he's going to join us for dinner. He's going to sit up. He's going to have a book in his lap. You know, whatever I can do to keep him entertained. I'm sure it's boring in there.
Okay, perfect.
Amazing. I love it.
Okay. So while everyone's resting up and setting their sheets ablaze with the recovery, we're going to spend some time with Scott here, Nash.
Okay.
So Nash, you find your consciousness coming back into consciousness as you're seemingly floating in a red fiery realm of cyclones. So you just look all around, down, to the left, to the right, up. You just see fire cyclones everywhere, just an endless field of open air, but red cloud and red cyclones. And then before you, the sort of energy outline of a dragon form flies and it hits the horizon. Then it flies up and stands before you, and it goes big, large, not leathery because it's made of lasery light. And it speaks to you and says, "What happened, Nash? We find ourselves here again."
Can I respond?
You seem to have a voice, yes.
Okay. I'd say, I think I'm dead.
To those outside of your state, yes, you are dead. But we've been here before, haven't we?
Have we? I don't remember talking to this guy before. This is just a Nash.
You've
Nash's,
been in the realm of fire before talking to a voice.
So way long ago, like back when
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame you for not remembering.
pre-dragon,
This is
yeah.
years ago, but yeah.
Okay.
And it isn't quite the same as it happened previously. The voice is different. You're actually seeing what you're speaking to.
Is there anything I can do to not be dead?
You must push. You must find the will to make us outward again. I will help you.
Okay.
I am your dragon form. I am you. We will do this together.
What do I need to do?
You need to push, Nash. Push.
Push what?
It's like going to the bathroom. Push.
I was afraid of that. Okay. I can do that, but what direction do I push?
In all directions, as if your entire self were growing, and I will push with you. And the dragon flaps up, reaches dragon arms out to hold your hands.
Okay, I'll just go.
Take my hands, Nash.
Okay, and I'll grab his little front hands.
Yeah, so your little hand, his large dragon hands are grabbing your little front hands.
Yeah, yeah.
And you begin twirling around in a circle, like sort of cinematic style, as you like sort of swirling around these cyclones of fire. I need you to make a push roll, please.
Okay.
Just roll a d20. Tell me a result.
Just a d20, eh?
Yeah.
No modifier. Oh, now we roll nice. An 18.
Push good. Come on. Come on, little one. Push.
Yeah.
Push. Roll again.
Okay. A 17.
Push. That's good. That's good. Push more. Now roll 2 d20s, please.
Okay. First one's a 12. Whoops. Shit. I rolled 2 by accident. Let me roll one by itself. A 6.
Okay. Sorry, what was the result?
It was a 12 and a 6.
Okay. Push, Nash. Push. Now, roll 3 d20s, please.
3 d20s. Here we go. All 3 at once. A 1, a 7, and a 5 for 13 total.
Okay. You're falling behind. Push. Push harder. Push with flame. Roll 4 d20s, please.
Okay. That's a 12, 6, 11, and 18 for 47.
Okay, perfect. Good, good. And as you push, flames surge from underneath you and encompass you in a cyclone of fire. And you begin to raise up. Push! You push with all your might, and you yell. The dragon's going, ah! And so you yell.
I don't know.
You yell.
You want me to just yell?
Yes, yell.
Yeah.
The dragon, and you yell, and you listen, and you're going, ah! And you yell so hard, you black out. Ah! You yell so hard, you black out.
My wife's going to come down here and see if I'm okay.
All right. All right. So you all got your long rest.
Yeah.
Varrell, you all right. Just before waking, you're not quite awake yet, Varrell, but Nash, you're in darkness. All right, and now I need you. You have to try and open your eyes because you can't see, but you feel they're shut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I do that with rolling?
Well, you're gonna try opening your eyes.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll make the attempt.
All right. Athletics check, please.
Okay. Athletic eye opening. That's a 13.
Okay, so you force open your eye, and you see red and veins everywhere.
Ugh.
And you hear it. You're gonna have to be able to punch your way out of this fleshy business.
Okay.
Make another athletics roll, please.
Athletics roll coming. 6.
Not good enough. You're gonna have to attack it. Make an attack roll with your eyeball, please.
All right. An 18.
Okay, it's a hit. You push with your eye and split the flesh. And then all of a sudden you see Captain Stanley Billings' boat all around you. Varrell, you hear a little noise and you open your eye and you see a little eye stalk burst out of Nash's chest. And Nash, you see Varrell.
Oh, the cycle begins anew. Okay, hold on. So I don't have any voice or anything, or do I? If it's just an eyeball.
Try talking?
I'll try talking.
Yeah, no voice comes
Nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
well,
we're back to the same rules again. You are now a heart, and you have an eyeball. And every day you'll get a new body part. Although, hopefully your party has figured some way to expedite the process so that you grow new limbs.
Okay. Is this one of those scenes where, like, the actor can hold the camera and, like, walk over and my schnoz gets up and oh,
yeah, the
an eyeball kind of fishbowling into there. Oh,
yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you need anything again? Oh, this one's gross, Nash.
So I'll tell you right now, just so you understand the rules of your character, you will be able to float. You still have underwear DNA.
okay.
You will be able to grow a limb once per day.
Okay.
And we'll make a roll. Sometimes you might be able to do 2. You can also, however, change into dragon form still. That's still an ability of yours. However, you won't be able to hold any inventory, so you can't really use any of the other items that you have.
Right.
So if you have anything equipped, make sure they're unequipped on your sheet.
So I have nothing. I'm not going to lose it all, though, this time, right? We can keep a hold of my stuff.
Well, yeah, until you get pockets, you're going to have to ask someone to hold your shit for you, or you can just keep it on board the boat. So don't remove it necessarily from your character sheet, because you have a home base, so your stuff so far is safely stored on your ship. But
okay.
if for some reason you leave the boat, you won't have your stuff with you.
Right.
And right now you're stuck in the body, so you can't float right now. Only your eyeball is poking out of your chest.
Doesn't Nash
corpse's chest.
doesn't somebody still have a bag of holding or something? Somebody does, right? Or did we get rid of that?
Yeah, maybe
No,
it's hard.
gone.
It's gone?
It got erased.
All right. All right, but that's fine. So yeah, so I can be. You're saying I can be a dragon. I can't equip anything, and
Can't equip anything. You can float around with a speed of 10, with the speed of 10.
Speed of 10.
And you grow a limb every day. And in dragon form, you will be able to speak and do everything a dragon can do. So you still can be dragon.
Right.
If you really need to communicate something. Till you grow a mouth back.
Now, what's my status in terms of hit points and stuff? Am I
You're fully rested.
fully rested? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me. How do you do that in here? And this thing thinks I'm dead. Oh, here we go. Restore life at full
yourself.
HP. Here we go. Restore life. Confirm. All right, Nash is back to 106 hit points and is floating around like a heart. Well, I guess I'm not floating anywhere
You're
yet.
not floating. You're stuck in the body right
Yeah.
now. You need help getting out, but you're having a hard time communicating that to Varrell.
Is there blood?
There's a little pool of blood around where you popped your eyeball out of your flesh.
Okay. And is there any surface anywhere near where the eye can reach?
Just your corpse. It's maybe like, a couple inches along the stalk that's poking out of the
That's all. Okay. I was
chest.
going to write a note or something.
And you're kind of pinched through the ribs a little bit. It's a tight squeeze.
All right. I'll kind of wiggle around aimlessly because I can't even make an expression. So I'll just.
The only thing you can do is blink, potentially in Morse code if you know.
Oh, I can blink, so I have flesh. I got eyelids.
You're an eyeball with an eyelid. Yep. Eyelashes too.
All right. I will blink at Varrell rapidly, hoping he'll just something will shake loose in his mind about. Oh yeah, right. After that other mess, this is what we ended up with. Just trying to give him a hint as to what's going on here.
Is it messy? Is he like emerging with force from his own body?
Yeah, he emerged with force like chest burster, but it's an eyeball stalk, and now it's whipping around frantically trying to communicate something to you. It's clearly trying to communicate, but you're not, it's incoherent.
Nash, calm down, and I'll scoop sand and throw it at the heart. Calm down, calm down.
No, the heart's still inside the body. You only got an eye stalk sticking out of his chest.
So now I got dirt in my eye. That's no good.
Okay. Dry it out. Should I blink twice if you'd like me to dislodge you?
So I can blink. Okay.
You can blink.
I will blink twice.
Okay.
That sounds terrible, but let's do
I'll
it.
put a hand on his chest and I'll reach in and rip out the heart.
Okay, make a strength roll, please.
Okay. 21.
Okay, so you reach into his chest and you reach and grab the sternum out and just rip the entire rib cage, just like pull it out. It's all stringy. It's like pulling a bundled pile of wires from apart, except with flesh and blood. You pull that out and you lift in and you see inside the metal pacemaker with an eye stalk growing out of one of its sockets. And it's just moving around a little bit. Nash, you're free to float if you want, but before this happens, there's a knock on the door. And you hear, Georges!
Candace?
Oh, Georges.
Oh, Georges.
I'm busy, Georges.
Predisposed.
And then you don't hear anything, but you sort of think he might have gone away.
Could be a little awkward. All right, come on out.
All right, you can float if you wish now. You're freed from the prison of the ribcage.
Then I would do that. I would float open heart style.
All right, you float, and open heart style.
Yeah, whatever it looked like before when I would float around. That's what I'm doing.
you look. So your heart is made of metal,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Dragon metals, black obsidian. So
Yeah.
you float out and about, and it's got like little, dials on it, buttons. Like it's a sort of high tech piece of machinery that works in place of your heart, and it floats out. And there's an eye stalk looking around, and there
Okay.
you are.
All right. I will float. I'll float toward Varrell, just staying with Varrell.
All right.
Leave my body where it lies.
Do you want anything done with this? And I point at his body.
In my head, I'll say, "How many blinks? How many blinks?"
His eye stalk just goes.
Right. This again. Okay. 2 blinks to throw it overboard.
I will, since I have some movement, I'm gonna go like this, like shake my head.
You can
no.
nod no with your eye stalk.
Yeah, I'm gonna do odd. I'm gonna do that with my nod.
You're gonna need this. It's beaten by mummies, covered in goo. It smells atrocious, frankly. You've been rotting for at least a day. What off this corpse do you desire?
I'll go. I will try to look at my corpse's gear. Just take it off of the body. Do with the body whatever you want, but take that stuff off of there is what I'll be thinking, and aiming my eye at like my staff. And,
The eye just goes.
yeah, I'm just like poking at the things I want.
Okay, so the heart then moves to the pockets and starts. You can scrape things out with your eye stalk.
Yeah.
Just be careful around sharp objects. So I imagine vegetable peelings are coming out and just scrape the vegetable. And you point to the vegetable peelings with your eye stalk.
I go and sort of start arranging it all on the bed like we're packing, like it's all kind of laid out, his staff, whatever he points at. Is this everything?
I'll nod. I guess. Did he get everything? Do I know?
Yeah, he got
Okay.
everything. Unless you have something hidden, like in
I
your,
have nothing hidden.
Crotch hole.
No. The nature's pocket is empty at the moment.
Nature's pocket.
Yeah. I don't have anything in there. So I will. Then I will do the eyeball nod that he got it all, and we're good.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, let's go say hello to everyone. And I'll pick up your corpse, throw it over my shoulder, and exit the room.
All right, it bleeds all over you. Incidentally, it's covered in blood. Let's see. Did you do it back over or front over?
That's a good question.
Because front over would be the normal way to do it, but you'll be covered in blood. Not that you probably care, but
I do have limited sand too, so I would. Yeah, I guess I'd cradle it like a bowl, so you know the chest isn't facing downward.
You take the sternum and put it back in its place?
I think I threw that across the room, so it'd be chilling there for now.
Oh, okay. Sternum stays. Okay, good. Just important. All right, so you exit the room, and where do you go? To Captain Stanley? Do you go to the deck?
I'd head up to the deck.
All right. It just so happens Hope and Captain Billings are up there upon the deck. So the two of you turn around at one moment to see who's clambering up the stairs. And you see Varrell holding Nash's body, chest ripped open, and after a second, this metal heart with an eye stalk floats up behind him.
Hope, upon seeing Varrell with Nash's body, is about to say something, but then she sees the heart, and it's just her standing there with her mouth open as she watches what's about to take place.
Stanley, same. He's just mouth hanging open.
What do you say? What do you say to this?
I'll walk to the edge and turn back to the floating heart of Nash. Anything you want to say to this? Blink at this one?
I would just kind of blink, look at each person and just look back at Varrell and just sort of, I don't know.
The eye stalk goes.
Eye stalk's like, yeah, he's like, nothing to say. Internally, this is incredibly frustrating to Nash. He hates it.
Wait a minute. Nash can't talk?
Nash,
This is the best form he's ever had.
Nash is annoyed.
By the way, you
Behind
can still cast spells, Nash, as long as they don't require verbal or mimetic.
Oh, because we're out of there, yeah.
Yeah, you have access to your magic, but anything that is not mimetic. Somatic. Like, so anything that requires, you can hand gesture with your eye stalk. You can't speak, so you can't do anything with a verbal requirement. And your dragon metal heart is your source, so you have the material covered. as well. So just keep that in mind. If you have some way of communicating with your magic, maybe that's something you can do too. Like do you still have the control sand spell or whatever? You could maybe spell words with sand.
I have Mold Earth. I also have Mage Hand if I wanted to. You know what? I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to cast Mage Hand and push Stanley. Just push him. Not hard, just, push.
So a Mage Hand appears from near the heart, and it flies over to you to push you, but it doesn't have a lot of force, so it's just on you.
Can I manipulate the fingers of the Mage Hand?
You can.
I'll cast one more and have it float up and just give the big old bird to Stanley. Just a big middle finger.
You go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Stanley will go over and look at the little heart right in the eye and just kind of tap on the metal a little bit. Nash, can you hear me? Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, and I would nod my eye stalk that yes, I can hear him and do this.
Stanley will lean in real close to the eye. It's an improvement. And then he'll turn around and start to walk away, and his own mage hand will appear behind his head, flipping him off back.
Great.
Oh, we have a flip-off battle.
Can we make two? Is it possible to conjure two mage hands at once or no? Probably not.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was going to have one come out and do this in front of him.
Okay.
Sex
You can
move.
still do. You can do half of it potentially.
You could make your eye stalk bounce in and out of.
That's
whatever
true.
hole is
All right. Nice one, Chris.
I would do that. Yeah. I would go through my little.
The eye stalk stands fully erect, and then the other hand just goes like this,
Yep.
and he does that sign to
Yep,
you.
I do.
I don't think that's the diss you are hoping it would be. Your eye blasting your own hand is it's not quite as good. Hold on, wait a minute. Will this work? Stanley's gonna cast message and try and message Nash Magard.
Okay.
Can you hear this?
I don't know.
So I'm pretty sure he can. I don't see if
He
he's
can-
a
he
living
can-
creature.
Target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
But I
It's
don't have to have a
telepathy though,
mouth,
right?
or is it telepathy? It's in the brain.
It's magic. It says reply in a whisper, which sounds like it would have to be with his
Yeah,
mouth.
he doesn't have a mouth, so no, it's not. If it's not telepathy, it has
Yeah,
to be
it's not.
telepathy.
Oh man. Well, what are you gonna do?
Telepathy.
I don't have telepathy.
Oh.
I don't think. It's my other character.
So while you guys are flipping each other off, Varrell is kind of getting a little impatient, holding the corpse, waiting for a decision on what to do with it.
Hard to blame him.
Oh, what? Yeah, what are we doing with that? Do you not need that, Nash?
I will shake my head, but kind of point at Varrell, meaning he knows that I need the stuff. I'll try to convey that with motion. Or like, actually, he's got the stuff, so I'll float over and like poke the stuff.
So is it just the naked body that Varell's holding right now?
Probably not naked.
No, it's well, you needed your robe and clothes, right? You take those.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd want him to take care. I guess I am. Well,
Yeah.
It's got bandages on it.
I'm as
It's got
naked as I've
bandages on it.
ever been. Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, let's throw that overboard. If we don't need it, let's get rid of it.
And I'll nod. It's fine. Take it.
All right.
'Tis just a vessel.
At least we don't have to play M Sports this time. And I throw it.
And you throw the corpse overhead out into space, and it floats out into the purple nebula, and you all watch it sort of float out with pretty good velocity, and then lightning strikes. It hits the corpse of Nash Maggard, and Nash Maggard's corpse disintegrates. Just flies everywhere in a billion bloody parts, and coats space in viscera. And then it all sort of floats out into the purple nebula beyond sight.
Excellent.
And we are at time for this week, so that's kind of a visual to leave our show on, I think.
Perfect.
Produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, or whatever. Right there.
For the record, I personally loved everything M Sports.
Yeah, M Sports
No,
is
I
great.
know. It's
Yeah.
okay to hate it in character, but to be like, it was good. I'm good with that.
M Sports was a positive experience for everybody involved. All right. Well done, everybody. I don't know. Somehow Nash is both dead and alive, and we'll see what this means. I'm a little nervous about what it means for anybody else getting anything done because it takes a whole day to get a single body part back.
Maybe some of those solutions will yield.
Maybe we'll
fruitful.
put you in some poop.
Do I have to
Fine.
roll? I don't have to roll for that, right?
No, I let you roll for bonus. Like you'll grow a limb, but maybe with a roll you'll get 2 limbs in a day.
See, there you go. All right, well, we're going to need your questions coming soon because this is a weird one, and I want to hear what people have to say. I want to hear your questions about how this stuff works. Send those in. Just go to the website, therewillbedungeons.com. You'll find that there. You'll also find our support system, which you can sign up for immediately and be a part of and get great benefits by doing so. Find out all about it at therewillbedungeons.com. That'll do it for us this week. We're off next, right? That's a rebuilding day or week.
Yep.
So we're not. Yep. So we'll start season 3, I guess. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we.
Is that how we've done it? Yeah. We're really.
You're not
we really
going
know
back
what we're talking
to mental
about.
vice. That's that done.
Yeah. So there's that. Look forward to it. It's coming up sooner than you think. That's and we'll let you know. Follow us on Twitter. There will be dungeons, or there be dungeons, is what we are on Twitter. That's going to do it for us. For me, for Kyle, for John, for Bo, and for Kristen. We'll see you next time. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.